Hello, everyone. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Alfie. Alfie is from England in the UK. So let's see what Alfie has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Alfie. How are you?
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm fine, thank you. Yeah.
So, tell me, how was your day today?
Very busy. I'm at college at the moment, so
Ah,
yeah, I'm studying music performance, so that's not only helping students in my tutor group, but I'm also going around the college helping other music students with projects they do. So
that's
yeah,
amazing. Oh, wow.
yeah.
And, and this is your first year, second, third?
It's my first year. Yeah.
So tell me, so far, what has been the highlight of your time in university during this year?
I would say, there's so many. We did have a gig in the theatre, which was the local college theatre. That was pretty fun.
Uh-huh.
And I played some songs, helped out a few bands, and genuinely just hanging out. Yeah, there's a lot to enjoy, and there's so many good parts of it that I can't really pick from one. But yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And so you're studying music right now?
Yeah, I study music performance, but
Mhm.
production is more my thing. So that's talking about how you make a song, recording it, what gear to use, and stuff like that.
Amazing. And how long is the course for?
I think the performance course is around 2 years,
Hmm.
but I'm still a bit indecisive whether I'll stick with performance, as I know people in the group, or I will go to production. So, but that's
I,
like 2 years time. So yeah.
I see. And tell me where you're from, Alfie.
I'm from a place called I'm from a place called Hampshire in the UK,
Okay,
a county. Um, yeah, there's not a lot to do where I live really. It's
uh,
quite quiet, but we live in a rural area, so it's like an hour to get to things.
I see. So you are based in university now or at home?
I'm at home at the moment. I
I,
travel there.
s- I see. Okay. And that's the place where you're born and raised?
Sorry, what?
That's the place where you're born and raised?
No, I've moved around quite a bit. I lived with my mum
I see.
up until I was 5.5. And then I went to live with my grandparents. So they are my dad's mum's mum. And then sadly, they passed away. So I went to live with my grandparents, which is my dad's dad and his wife.
I see.
And that's where I've been living ever since around 2012.
Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Sure.
So before we start our journey within the Magic Box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself or maybe something that not many people know about you.
Okay. Well, I'm Alfie Shipley. I guess that's a good place to start. There are some pretty obvious things about me, like the fact I have cerebral palsy and visual impairment. But then with that comes some hidden abilities that people kind of misjudge first off. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's great to see people's reactions when they find out like I can do music, and they're like, "Oh wow," because it's not something that everyone expects, and there's still a lot of kind of stereotypes of disabled people. But a lot of my life, especially hobbies, pastimes, even working, is revolves around music.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think nowadays, I think people they are more approachable and understanding about things, but sometimes it's still some, there could be some more improvement regarding that. People's,
yeah. I mean, my life goal is pretty much just to like spread the word, and having a disability isn't a bad thing, and trying to have a positive outlook on life.
absolutely amazing. Alfie, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Amazing. Welcome to
Can't wait.
William, the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. on the phone questions, okay? I'm
Okay.
just gonna play a song now just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
First question for you is that a dream you always had?
Yeah. Music is it's been around me my whole life, and something that I've connected to since a young age. So yes, it is my dream to do something in music.
Tell me, when was the moment that realized that, okay, I was born to be a musician, I was born to be a singer? That was a moment in your life or not?
Okay. Yeah. So when I was younger, let's say about 3 or 4, that's when I remember. But probably when I was like a toddler or a baby, there were always toy keyboards around the house, and there would be other toys, but it would be something that I'd always gravitate to, and sound and music. I guess being visually impaired, it my sight is kind of not as good as other people, so I relate more to sound. Um, and So it was when we were clearing out my great nan's house after she sadly passed, and my dad just went, "Oh, do you want a keyboard?" Because she had a keyboard, um, and I taught myself some one of the demos on the keyboard, and my grandparents, who I live with now, kind of spotted that, thankfully, and got me piano lessons.
Wow.
Kind of where I started, yeah, and it kind of went from there.
Oh my God. So I believe that's you always had to support your family regarding your career.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would like to go on to do music and do whatever I can to support my family and things. So, yeah.
I see. Okay. Next question. Let's do it. Hey, Alfie. Next question for you is, who has been the most influential person in your life and why?
Oh, there's so many. If we're talking kind of, my grandparents have done a lot for me, especially my nan and granddad. My nan's kind of sorted out all the lessons, and my granddad runs me around to gigs, and sorts out all that stuff. So I'm very grateful to him for doing all of that. And my singing coach obviously has had a lot of influence on me, introducing me to new music and new people as well.
Which person in your life right now you feel more connected with, more close to?
Honestly, so I would say a small artist called Kat Meredith. I know them in person. We met at a music jam, but they have cerebral palsy and autism as well. So
Okay.
it's very relatable, and the songs they write about I connect with hugely. And I honestly don't know where they get their stuff from, because their writing is impeccable. Yeah.
All right, so let's see that they are watching this interview right now, and you have a moment, an opportunity to send them a message. What would you say?
Um, I would say, no matter how down you're feeling, or what's come up in your life, and you don't feel like carrying on, or you don't think what you're doing right now is the thing for you, just keep at it, keep persevering, and show the world what you've got.
Amazing. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Next question for you is, which question would you like to be asked?
Just really anything about my music, really. You can tell with me it's music, music, music.
Okay, so let me ask a question about music. I know you are a songwriter as well, yeah? So for you to write your songs, do you need to be inspired, or you can write anytime or a certain time of the day? How does it work for you?
Evenings are generally a good time to write, because I've had the day to reflect on, and I just feel like chilling out. I'll usually get my nan, who I live with, saying, "I'm going to bed now, you need to shut up." I'm not quite like that, but you get what I mean. But I get a lot of writer's block, and I think, oh, I need to write, and it would go for like weeks. But the last 2 weeks I've come out with 2 okay songs. My most recent song is called I cannot stand to lose you. It's a sad kind of love song, being about being afraid to lose somebody. But I kind of wrote it as a joke because of my cerebral palsy. I find it difficult to walk long distances or stand for long periods. So that's why it's I cannot stand, comma, to lose you.
I
I take the mick out of myself a huge amount. It's like a coping mechanism for all that I've kind of gone through. And yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Next question. Let's do it. All right. Next question is, what does love mean to you?
It's something that you share in common, something that you enjoy to do. Even music is a love. A person that your souls are almost combined, like you are the same person. Yes, there will be differences, but it's easier to get along with someone who really understands you and can really get to know you. And I don't think there's any point in hiding anything from somebody if you're going to be in a relationship. So a nice open spoken space.
Do you believe that there are different kinds of love?
I do, yeah. Love can come in all shapes and sizes and forms, not only people but hobbies and tasks as well.
Amazing. Yeah, I think love, I think you can love your pet, you can love your grandparents, you can love your lover, you can love your partner, but I think all of them, they come from a very good place.
Yeah. I think also there's a lot of, I was thinking about this today, there's a lot of stigma about, like, I was going to say, I love this teacher at college, but I mean, I think if you were to say that now, people think, oh, that's weird. It's like, no, but you can love something in that way. I mean, I love my 2 cats enormously.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes, I think it's all about, expressing yourself. It doesn't need to be like a romantic love. It can be different kinds of love when you feel connected with something or with someone.
Yeah.
Amazing. Next question, ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Next one. Hey, Alfie from England. Talking about love, tell me, what do you think is a good age to start dating and why?
I think children and kids will not really get an understanding of what it is to really like someone until around the age where puberty hits. Obviously, it's different for males and females.
Mm-hmm.
Most relationships develop from friendships. So if a friendship really withstands, little arguments or little things, then I'd say maybe early teens, you could start having a relationship. Serious relationships, obviously this comes into laws where it might be different in different countries, but 16 or 18 should be kind of whereabouts real things can start.
I see. And one person to go on a date with you, what this person must have?
I would love them to be a musician. And this interview must be a bit boring talking all about music. But,
of course not. It's about your passion, understand. It's very passionate to see you, talking about music. Absolutely, why not? There are no rules.
Yeah, so someone who is musical, or like enjoys art, drawing, painting, something creative.
And when you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being Alfie? What do you like the most about being you?
I like the fact that by being a musician, I can bring joy to other people. I must admit, I don't think about myself a huge lot, but yeah, I really just care for others, and I've busked on the street, playing music on the street for charity and for myself, and I've also done it for nothing. And people go, oh, do you want money? And I really couldn't care for that, because at the end of the day, if you get joy from that, then that's all I really care about.
Amazing. Next question, let's do it. Okay, before the next question, tell me 3 top favorite artists at all time that you always loved. 3 names.
Oh, I've kind of, there's so many different I've gone from like rock to classical stuff. It depends what I'm in the mood for. I
So,
was when I
so
was
right now, at this moment, like in your life, which three people that you feel very connected with music right now?
right now. I like System of a Down. They're a metal band. New.
Okay.
They're American Armenian, and they incorporate a lot of kind of that kind of scale. It's and they what they do with their songs is they incorporate rock and metal with something like reggae and funk, and they blend
Right.
it in one song. I really like them for that.
Okay.
Another artist would be Bill Withers. I've been inspired by him a huge amount. He's a soul singer from the 70s mainly. Um, a bulk of his stuff came out in the 70s, including Lean on Me, Ain't No Sunshine, Lovely Day, things like that. And he was just amazing, and a huge amount of emotion in his voice as well.
Wow.
And the third artist, I'd probably say Brandy Carlisle. She's a American country rock singer, and her voice, her range is incredible. Recently, she did a show. She was opening for Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
And some people I know were going to see that show, and I was saying I'd probably be more excited about the opening act than Stevie Nicks, because if anybody hasn't heard Brandy Carlisle, they should really give it a listen. And the
Wow.
storytelling again is great, and it's really metaphorical, and really hits hard as well. Yeah.
All right. So one day you're gonna wake up in the morning and you have 3 missed calls in your phone. The first missed call was from this first band you just mentioned. The
Okay.
second one, the singer just mentioned as well, and the third missed calls was from the third singer, the young lady. My
Yeah.
question for you is, which one you called back straight away? Which one you send a message saying, okay, I'll call you later? And the third one, you don't call back, you don't send a message, you just think like, okay, I can call them later. So tell me their names.
Okay. I'd probably have to. Okay, the band System of a Down have kind of broken up, so I'd probably call Brandy Carlisle back first,
Okay.
and then System of a Down, or Serge Tankian, who is the lead singer of System of a Down, as I'm huge fans of their stuff, and then probably Bill Withers.
Okay.
Okay.
Next question is, what bores you?
Maths and English. That's what bores me. What does bore me? Sitting for a long time doing nothing. Again, I can't really sit still for long periods. Or just news generally. My granddad will listen to news in the morning, and then he'll probably get the midday news and the 6 o'clock news and the 10 o'clock news, and with all the stuff that's going on in the world, I'd like to know, but I don't need it blasted at me, every hour of the day.
Because do you consider yourself to be more of a day or night person?
Oh, I had this thing. I'm going to go into this in a second. So I don't really give myself enough time during the day to relax and unwind, because when I'm awake, my body's like, you need to do stuff and be practical. So when I get into bed, that's when I actually start unwinding and thinking about the day. I've kept a journal. Actually, I write one each night, and I note down the time it was written and how many steps I've done in the day. And I struggle with some depression and anxiety. But then to get away from that and stop myself thinking about, stuff from 5-10 years ago, oh, I could have changed that. No, I was a kid. I couldn't really. It's stupid. But yeah, so to avoid that, I watch something on YouTube normally, and they're usually quite dark, historical, true crime events. And I get so into that, and I'm kind of falling asleep with it there. But I don't go to sleep until about like 12-1. So then I don't get much sleep. So yeah.
And growing up as a child or as a child, when you start your music, did you have like an idol? Did you have like someone that you enjoyed, like listen to or watch on TV as a singer?
Yeah. So I didn't really. Yeah. So I would say my mum always used to play Adele and an artist called Amy McDonald around the house.
Wow.
So I was that kind of stuff, and the album 21 by Adele is hugely influential. And there were tracks that were on there that only years later I found out about. So then, yeah, that's kind of how I got into like the singer-songwriter side of things. And when I was kind of, let's say, I don't know, 10, 12, 13, I was a massive Queen fan. Like I have around 7 copies of Bohemian Rhapsody. That includes the film, the single, the 12-inch greatest hits, CDs, and yeah, like there's too much. I don't know why on earth somebody would need that many copies of a song, but yeah, that's
Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it.
okay.
Alfie, for the next question, tell me, back to music again. For example, do you sing every day? Do you have opportunity to sing sometimes, some gigs as well? Or how does it work for you? Do you have like the place where you live? Do you find places where you can have some gigs sometimes or not?
I'm really terrible at resting my voice. So I remember there was one day where I actually didn't sing, but then the next day I'm like, I didn't sing yesterday, so I need to sing today. And then I ended up getting a cold, and people were like, "Oh, you should rest it." I was like, "No, I can't because I didn't sing yesterday." But like, I really sing or play every day, and it's something I really enjoy, especially with other people. It's a social thing. Every Monday, I go to a session where me and a bunch of college friends and some other people jam. It's mainly rock songs, but it does some other stuff as well, like more acoustic things. I have studio sessions where I record my own stuff, and I go out with help from my granddad doing all the promotion. I'm terrible at promoting my own stuff. Promotion, emails, and driving around, setting up all the gear. My granddad helps with that, and I've played in restaurants, community events, places.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Okay. Next question is, if you could ask for a miracle, what that would be?
Oh, that's hard. I would say, sounds a bit of a weird one, but for my cerebral palsy not to be there, sometimes it can be a real pain. I've never really thought of it because it's just how life is for me, and I've kind of got on with it. And in some ways, it has enhanced like my music and how I kind of perceive things. But yeah, it might be helpful.
I see. Okay. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Next question for you is, what is the most beautiful thing someone has ever done for you?
I had something today actually. I carry this great big bag around with me that has my laptop, paperwork, chargers, everything in it. It's really heavy. And I carry that and my guitar around college every day with me. And I went to get some food from the canteen, which was a bit difficult to carry because I had my hands full. And these people just went, "Oh, do you want some help with that?" And I thought that was a really nice gesture because I don't find that you really come across too many nice people. I mean, there's plenty of nice people, but you get really special ones that really just go the extra mile. Or one time this is when I was younger, I wanted to buy a CD of Lewis Capaldi when he brought out his album, and I just got one of the dividers on the checkout for this old man, and I said, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm buying an album of one of my favorite artists, and he went, "Oh, do you mind if I buy it for you?" I mean, I was a bit taken aback in the fact that's so nice. I didn't know what to say. I was like,
wow.
And I said, "Oh, I do have my own money," and he said, "No," like he insisted. So I'm like, "Okay, that's nice," and just
That's nice.
A stranger's act of kindness. So yeah.
Oh wow, I got goosebumps now, Alfie. I think it's so beautiful. Sometimes, I believe that there's so many good people there, you know what I mean? That sometimes we get those surprises as you did, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's unexpected, yeah?
Yeah.
Actually, it just made me remember one day as well. I was going to work in the morning, very early morning, and I sat in the bus, and there was this young lady by my side, and suddenly I just stopped. Like I started coughing, like not badly, but just like a little bit, a
Yeah.
coffee, and she was totally stranger. And she literally opened her bag, and she took like this tissue, and she offered
Yeah.
to me. And I was like, oh my God, no, I'm okay, thank you. But I felt like, my goodness, how people they can just be generous. I loved it.
I've been kind of almost like overwhelmed by comments, especially with this new song that I've written. People have said, "Oh, I wouldn't expect a voice like that to come with you," or like, "That's made me really emotional," or "That's the best song I've heard in a while." And they're like, "That's the best song I've heard in a while." I mean, that's a really big comment. Do you know? So
Totally.
yeah, and I feel like I could be more grateful, but I'm not the best with words. So it's like I say thank you, but I want to say something more.
I
Um,
know.
yeah, my
Yeah.
appreciation for people is kind of out of this world.
And I'm sure those people, they do that and they say that as well because they mean it. You know what I mean? Even though if you just say
Yeah,
thank you, I'm sure for them it's already something special because they mean it. So it sometimes come for strangers, people that you never met before. That's even me even more.
I'd rather people be honest and like if they think something of mine is rubbish or they think it could need with a bit of work, I'd rather them tell me honestly. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Last question, ready?
okay, yeah.
Let's do it. Let's run. Before the last question, Alfie, tell me what's the meaning of life for you?
Well, there's one very simple thing. I have disabilities that I was born with, and I then they haven't all of a sudden come up. So this is how I've lived my life. No different. It can be hard to describe to people what it's like, especially my eyesight. But for me, the meaning of life is just to demolish all of the stereotypes about disabled people. And there's not many disabled people out there in the media, like showing other disabled kids and people, you can do this actually, even though you have a disability, it's possible somewhat. So that's kind of my goal to say, well, yes, you have these issues and these problems, but that can't stop you from yeah. I've done things where like rock climbing, for instance, it's hard for me, but it's something I enjoy. So if I can do it, that means that most people can do it.
Absolutely. Wow, what a beautiful thing you just said now, Alfie. I think, sometimes you just need to overcome anything in your life. You just need to prove to yourself that you can do it. You just need to, and I understand your point. And I think, you just said now it's just amazing because you never know who is watching this interview right now. And maybe someone in the same position, they go like, you know what? If Alfie can do, why I cannot do as well?
Yeah.
So I think it's amazing. So great. Thanks for sharing that. Thank you.
Also, can you just give me a moment to promote my social media as well? Because I'm trying to grow it, my YouTube channel and stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so you can take the opportunity now to do it if you'd like to.
This is my TikTok, if anyone wants to follow that. Alfie Shipley Music. It's mainly the same on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as well. I'll just get the YouTube one up.
Amazing.
My
Absolutely.
YouTube one is slightly different. And if anyone wants to find out a little bit more about me or hire me for something if they're perhaps close to my area, they can search up Alfie Shipley Music or Alfie Shipley on the internet, and it should come up Alfie Shipley Music Entertainment Business. And I should be updating that soon. So yeah.
Amazing. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, last question for you is, describe yourself in one positive word and one negative word only.
This can come with a few negative things, but as I said earlier, I like to kind of turn that round, and it may not help myself sometimes, but I like making jokes and I like making people laugh. So I would say, if I were to describe myself in one word, it would be funny.
Wow. And a negative one?
Depressed.
I like the way you said and you're smiling about it. That's what I
Yeah.
like. Because just just make fun of it, and I think that's amazing to do. It's amazing. Okay, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
Okay.
Let's start with money.
Pounds.
Okay. Fear.
Stage fright.
Family.
My grandparents.
Oh,
and
sweet.
my cats. Of course, my cat.
Life.
That's a pretty overall one, actually. Life. Perseverance.
One word for religion.
Morals.
Okay. Politics.
Absolute shite in the UK. Actually, can I say that? Sorry, rubbish.
Okay. Friendship.
A bond.
Desire.
An idea.
Okay. Regret.
Mistake.
Success.
Achievement.
Wish.
I guess it could be. Why would you wish for something? Change.
Okay. Happiness.
Joy.
One word for England.
Fish and chips. Sorry, it's the obvious one.
I love it. I love it. One word for songwriter.
Talented.
One word for singer.
Absolute trash in my case. A singer. Melody.
The last one now.
Emotion. I'm going to change it to emotion.
Okay. And the last one now. One word for music.
Well, I think it comes down to relatability.
Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your grandparents for a coffee, and I'm going to ask them, tell me the most beautiful thing about Alfie, and tell me what's something that he still needs to work on, to improve on, what your grandparents would say about you.
They would definitely say, this might be, that's not, so I can get some ideas quickly. Yeah, they'd probably say I'm generally a nice human being, but I do have some places to work on with my tone and conversation.
I see. Okay. Let's play now, Alfie, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, Alfie, you can ask me a question now.
Okay. All along in this meeting, you've been dancing with a great big smile on your face. Honestly, where do you get such positive energy from?
Oh, wow, what a beautiful question, Alfie. You know what? I think the show itself makes me feel really happy. I think I found so inspiring when you're saying about depression. You're laughing, you're smiling about it, and I think that's the way I see life as well. Our life is up and down. Sometimes you feel sad, sometimes you feel, the happiest. But I believe when you're doing something with passion, you like it, it's impossible for you not to smile. And I think the energy here on the show as well. For example, it's the first time I'm talking to you, and the energy that we are sharing here right now is just unique, and that's what makes me, the greatest. So I think it's all about, I try to see life in a positive way. I think, it's a gift that you need to live every day. So I think it's all about, and of course, it's a plus for me when I'm here doing the show. I think that's for me to make the happiest. So, yeah, that's my answer for you.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Amazing. Did you enjoy the interview?
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you for your time.
Thanks again. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for being so open and kind as well. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Go out there, prove people wrong. If people think something, do the opposite.
Amazing. Great. Okay, right. Thanks so much. Regards to your grandparents and your friends, and you keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show, okay?
Thank you very much, and thank you for your
time.
Good
night. Bye-bye.
Right. Bye.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.